What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Du bist creepy?
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Toll.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being.
You are the chosen one, Harry.
Reveal its strength.
Hi, Bibi. Was meckerst du? Na da?
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Nein.
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Oha, Abzocker auch noch.
Here is the money.
Love. Pure and unseen. Untold. The two hearts love each other without knowing it. Without daring to admit it.
Hä? Er soll doch die Karten für mich legen. Und nicht für andere.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the tape.
Wait, wie viel Geld habe ich? Lass mich kurz nachgucken. Nein! Verdammt.
Perhaps. Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Er ist ein... Hä?
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? At the time,
Natürlich.
they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they
Right.
steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Oh, jetzt will ich's lesen.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
Ah ja, stimmt. Er weiß ja, dass ich ein Vampir bin.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
I would rather not know.
Zu spät.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo. in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood.
Oh.
We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Könnt ihr damit wieder anfangen? Zum Beispiel den Escalon Club?
How do you
I told you,
Is it...
the vampire...
All right.
The walls of your...
Ah. Interessant. Geht's dir gut? Dir geht's gut.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Interessant.
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely want Fool and the Empress again.
Gar nicht mal so einfach. Oh, ich wollte nicht zoomen. Haben wir jetzt eigentlich alle gefunden hier? Ne, 2 fehlen mir noch. Oh. Oh, sie gehört hierher.
What are the cards trying to tell us?
Okay. Was hat's hiermit auf sich? Hallo, kannst du dich hier auch mit hinstellen? Ich würde gern wissen, was passiert, wenn alles runtergedrückt ist. Hier geht's nirgends rein. Wo bin ich hier gerade? Ich vermute, ich hoffe mal, dass der Eingang irgendwo hier sein wird. Damit ich hier jetzt noch nicht irgendwas trigger. Da blinkert was. Gehen wir da einfach mal rein. Unterstopp freigeschaltet. Sehr schön. Ist wieder so einladend hier. Sehr einladend. Bettle. Oh, danke schön. Was macht diese Katze eigentlich schon wieder? Wer weiß. Oh, hier ist viel drin gewesen. Wie viel Geld haben wir? 1000. Oh, 1200. Dann gehe ich vielleicht gleich nochmal zu dem Typen hin. Nice. Diese Katze, ey. Nur Unsinn. So, jetzt haben wir wieder genug, die wir heilen können. Okay, da will ich aber noch nicht hin. Eine Sekunde bitte. Vielleicht kaufen wir nämlich letzte Hinweise von den anderen Bewohnern, die wir noch nicht gefunden haben. Bei dem Typen da. Das wäre ja mal mega interessant und genug Geld habe ich ja. Hi.
Good evening.
Da.
Can you read?
What the
Here is the money.
The Joker. A woman bent to obey and debase herself. A cruel gaze in the dark. A monster laughing at you.
Aha.
Can you read the
What the
Here is the money.
The Iron Maiden. A woman. Angry. Fierce. A healer turning into a warrior. She's ready to arm herself and hunt you down if you push her too far.
East End. Pippa!
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely...
Interessant! Also, wir haben jetzt... Oh Gott, oh Gott. Wir haben für... sie und ihn. Verdammt, wir waren gerade die andere Frau. Für Pippa? Nee, Edwina war das nicht. Waren gerade die andere Frau. Interessant. Einmal will ich noch.
Can you read?
What the
Here is the
snake. A bitter woman. Smiling as she pours poison in your cup. A shaming betrayal. Hate.
Venus?
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely wander.
Das wird ja noch richtig interessant. Muss ich mir das aufschreiben? wer hier gerade alles angesprochen wurde? Also wir müssen auf jeden Fall zu den beiden dann nachher nochmal laufen. Und zu Pippa. Venus, wo war Venus nochmal? Da ist sie. Wir haben von voll vielen noch nicht alles. Doch von ihm. Interessant. Ist ja cool. Gehen wir jetzt aber... Wir gehen, glaube ich, da lang. Und nicht hier durch den kleinen Gang. Vielleicht sehen wir hier nochmal ein paar Leute. Uns fehlen ja noch 2. 2 fehlen uns noch. Aber ich mache die Tür einmal von der anderen Seite auf. Ich weiß nicht, ob das sonst zugeschlossen wäre. Da haut was. Flug, dankeschön. Waren wir hier unten eigentlich überhaupt schon? Das war der Inspektor. Hallo. Ich räume hier mal ein bisschen auf, ne? Hi, wer bist du? Nein, sprich mit mir.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reid. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reid? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
Natürlich.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can.
Ja, ich komme gleich zu
But
dir,
I'm so
Mutter.
clumsy
Warte.
sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Süß.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
What
Interessant.
can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more
Ja,
difficult.
warte da hinten.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Ich finde sehr interessant, wie vorsichtig und sanft sie spricht.
Have you no friends?
Im Gegensatz zu den anderen Charakteren.
Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Oh, kennen wir.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reid. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Warum? Du bist niedlich.
Have you ever met the famous Aloysius Dawson?
Yes, a very strange man.
Yeah.
Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Was habt ihr ihm gezeigt?
Goodbye, Carol.
Huhu.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reid, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my
Die
humble shop.
Videoeinstellung sieht komisch aus. Oh, geht's dir gut? Ja.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Siehst du meine Augen etwa?
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reid, you're still handsome.
Handsome.
Maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Dankeschön.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Dankeschön. Ich finde es aber auch super, super lustig, dass sie zwar ein bisschen aufgeweckter spricht, aber auch sehr vorsichtig und ruhig.
Carol's gratitude
Das ist so cool, dass sie
exemplary.
das,
She seems determined never to leave you.
dass sie das mit
I'm taking
einbezogen
care of my
haben.
daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life.
Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Hallo Baby. Nee. Also was ich vorhin meinte mit, dass die Stimmen von der Mutter und der Tochter so ähnlich sind.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up?
No.
Nothing at all, Dr.